what the hell is Rob Steiner doing, man? Get the hell off of whatever you own. Why is your ass in the air? What is your problem, man? You a grown ass man. You a Steiner. What the f? Hey, bro, your Steiner man way off on this one. Get your bitch ass off this damn whatever the hell.
Well, of course, after the match, I said, hey, man, I'm sorry, but you're just lazy. What happened?
Beat the if my finger wasn't dislocated, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. How the fuck am I supposed to pick you up and do any type of moves? You do understand I'm a luchador, right?
Where's your heart?
I'm supposed to do any type of move. Where's my heart? Where's my pride? Where's my finger? It's off. It's dislocated. Damn. And welcome back to another video, man. Bryce the Badger back with another one for you today, tonight, wherever you at. I got When Wrestlers Snap by Tap Out Corner, man. Look, there's a lot of crazy niggas in this world, and you gonna see a lot of them in the wrestling ring. So let's go ahead and figure out why these wrestlers snap, man. What made these niggas so mad?
Year-old wrestler.
Hold up.
In 2024, the wrestler formerly known as Manu in WWE was competing at an independent show. His opponent was an 18-year-old wrestler who, like Manu, had a Samoan character. The only problem was that this 18-year-old wasn't actually Samoan. Manu didn't even wait for the bell to ring to express how he felt.
Audio good. Damn!
Oh my god! What the? Holy shit!
Hold up, bro. So he pissed that he just mad that this dude ain't Samoan. Nah, this is wrong. What the hell wrong with this man?
Oh my god.
Oh, because the nigga wasn't Samoan, bro? Samoan. Was he claiming to be? I don't know.
Keep away from me. Oh
damn.
My god. Wait, what?
That was a kick to the stomach that made that sound, bro?
Me? Oh my god. Wait,
what is this nigga problem?
Oh my god. Jesus, indeed. Dude, the aura's unreal.
Get this piece of shit out of my ring.
Nigga, you get your piece of shit ass out the ring.
I don't know
what's wrong with you.
Island you think you come from, but it sure as ain't the South Pacific, you piece of shit.
Oh my god.
This is not cosplay. You got some bad advice from some bad trainers because I don't play wrestling. I bled for this shit. My family bled for this shit for generations. I am not gonna let no bullshit Puerto Rican piece of shit put a skirt on and act like he's Samoan. Now acknowledge me.
Don't get your ugly ass on, man. I'm listening to this nigga's heartfelt message about passionate wrestling within his family, and I got to look at your... Ooh, I almost said something racist. I don't know why. I gotta be real with y'all, bro. I almost said something racist. I don't know why. I don't know what just popped up in my brain, bro. We just gonna get back to the vid. Put the camera back
Manu
around.
clearly stated why he attacked his opponent, but fans were quick to point out that Manu's cousin, WWE Hall of Famer Yokozuna, betrayed a Japanese man while actually being Samoan. It's unclear.
Yeah, but he was told to do that, though. He wasn't, like, Vince told that nigga to do that. He took it upon himself to call himself Samoan. And then the crazy part about it, the nigga ain't got not a nan tattoo on his body or on his upper body. Not a singular tribal tattoo is anywhere on this nigga's upper body.
What happened to the 18-year-old wrestler, but it's safe to assume he no longer pretends to be Samoan. Now this was a completely one-sided fight.
That's crazy though. He said he's Puerto Rican. He could have just been Puerto Rican Poppy and walk in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? I got some music, walking that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Puerto Rican Poppy, Puerto Rican Poppy, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican Poppy. That's all you had to do, bro.
It wasn't. At an independent wrestling event in California, 4 wrestlers were competing in a fatal 4-way match. 2 of the competitors were Eddie Kingston and Chris Hero, with the latter winning the match.
Cool.
After it was all over, Chris Hero stayed in the ring to talk on the mic, but Kingston lay in the corner while making a disrespectful gesture. Hero got upset by this, and all hell broke loose.
Oh shit. Now I think y'all told me, damn, Damn! He just hit that nigga in the back of the cranium with that microphone. I remember y'all, I think y'all told me Chris Hero, whoo! Damn! I think y'all told me Chris Hero actually did MMA or something like that, maybe? Maybe not. He's headbutting him. He's headbutting him.
Hey, let go, come on, man.
Ooh, thumb in the eye. Oh my God.
Eddie Kingston never explained why he made the gesture, but he and Chris Hero personally resented each other. Neither man has flat out said why, but it's believed that both wrestlers had strong personalities and would clash. Also, allegedly, Eddie Kingston also felt that Chris Hero played a role in one of his close friends leaving wrestling. This would explain why Kingston was so quick to start a fight with Hero. But incidents like this don't just happen at small independent events. In August 2021, Nia Jax and Charlotte Flair had what should have been an uneventful match.
Nia lost a lot of weight, by the way.
There were several moments where things got a bit stiff,
Shout out her.
but nothing out of the ordinary. However, things began to get a bit odd.
The fuck was that?
Grabbed Nia, and Jax instead got to her feet.
What the hell?
Charlotte then slapped Nia in the face, which caused Jax to snap. The two began legitimately slapping each other, and the match was out of control.
Charlotte, do you not remember that this lady is a full-blown Samoan woman? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Look at her. She is in fear on this ground, looking at this big Amazonian-sized woman come to just level you, make you a shadow on the ring, bruh.
Try to get the match back on track, but they were clearly not communicating. The two took a few more physical shots at each other before stumbling their way to the finish. After it was done, Nia
before
Jax
that I called her Samoan.
of what happened.
You know, it was the miscommunication. Things got heated, like legit got heated in that match. And I did warn her a few times to stop, like to chill out, and she didn't. And so then I two-pieced her, and you know, we
Charlotte
came back
would get her
and, like,
ass
we
beat
were
in a real fight,
and, you know, we were level-headed. We all kind of were just like, all right, got kind of out of hand.
Because I don't know, them licks
so then
that Nia gave her, boom, 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 like she didn't even react.
And
you slapped her.
Didn't. And so then I two-pieced her, and you know, we came back and like once we were calm and you know we were level-headed, we all kind of were just like, all right, got kind of out of hand.
Ironically, almost exactly 8 years earlier, a similar incident happened on Monday Night Raw. In August 2023, WWE pitted Sin Cara against Alberto Del Rio. Less than a minute after the bell rang, Sin Cara performed a suicide dive. Upon impact, the masked wrestler called for the referee. The move had dislocated Sin Cara's finger, and the match was called off. Alberto Del Rio was frustrated by this and began legitimately attacking Sin Cara, forcing the referee to physically intervene to stop Alberto.
Now, I know this nigga's done some fucked up shit outside of wrestling. I forget what it was. But that should have been the first time that everybody realized, oh, this nigga crazy.
After the incident, Del Rio explained why he got so angry and what happened when he and Sin Cara got backstage.
You lazy bastard. Stop the match because you broke one of your fingers. I got really mad and I threw him inside the ring and I kicked him for real. But of course, after the match, I said, hey man, I'm sorry, but you're just lazy. What happened?
Beat the, ooh, if my finger wasn't dislocated, you piece of shit. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. How the fuck am I supposed to pick you up and do any type of moves? You do understand I'm a luchador, right?
Where's your heart?
I'm supposed to do any type of move. Where's my heart? Where's my pride? Where's my finger? It's off. It's dislocated. Damn.
Fight for the business, and he was like, well, you know, I just don't want to be here anymore. And I said, well, then leave, bro. And he did. He quit the company like 2 weeks after.
In 2003, an independent wrestler named Masada got an opportunity to wrestle in WWE. His opponent was Maven, and the two were meant to have a simple match.
Maven, shout out Maven. I can't do a real good Maven impression, but you know, Maven.
With Maven getting the win. After performing a neck breaker, Masada covered Maven using his right foot.
Oh yeah, I remember Maven talked about that. Yeah.
Immediately broke character and took Masada to the mat.
Started beating the dog shit out that nigga.
And the two got the match back on track.
He went into business for himself.
He addressed the incident directly on his YouTube channel.
You see me in the corner throwing fists. I wasn't stiff with those fists. I wasn't hitting him. I wasn't trying to hurt him in any way. I was just trying to let him know that there is absolutely no way I could stand for him covering me that way. Why did I do that? Because in my head I was imagining Arn Anderson asking me why I would let someone not named Chris Jericho put his foot over top of me. In our business, that's a very derogatory way to cover somebody.
Typically, it's the rookie wrestlers who get humbled by the veterans, but that's not what happened in this next incident. In 2005, wrestling legend Rick Steiner was competing in a tag team match in Florida. One of Steiner's opponents was a man named Vordell Walker. Once Walker got tagged in, Steiner instantly began taking liberties with the young wrestler.
Wow.
However, what Rick Steiner didn't realize was that Walker was a legit MMA fighter.
Oh shit. Oh shit, wrestling v MMA. Wrestling versus MMA, let's see how it go, chat.
Once Vordell had enough, he began fighting back.
Oh shit, no, that nigga actually started putting up.
Veteran.
Okay.
Walker eventually managed to take Steiner to the mat and put him in a hold. After a bit, both men got back to their feet, with Steiner looking exhausted. Walker tagged out, but that wasn't the end of it.
What the hell?
Go back.
Man, what the hell is Rob Steiner doing, man? Get the hell off of whatever you want. Why is your ass in the air? What is your problem, man? You a grown ass man. You a Steiner. What the fuck? Hey, bro, your Steiner man way off on this one. Get your bitch ass off this damn whatever the hell. Damn, nigga. What the hell is going on, bro?
In August 2025, MMA fighter Nia Jax was a guest at an independent wrestling event in California. Raja was hanging out backstage while live streaming, and plans were in place for him to have a small role on the show. The wrestler Raja would be working with was Psycho Stu. When Stu saw the camera, he decided to add a bit of drama.
Hey, does anybody
Hey, I think that's a little. Oh, you don't.
So from that point forward, Raja didn't understand what the hell was going on. Number one. Number two, I ain't gonna lie, Stu, you crazy as hell for just hitting a black man in the head with a can of fucking soda or whatever the hell. Why did you do that? You just did it. Like, you didn't even let the nigga know nothing. Like, you just did it, bruh. No, bruh. It's the son of an MMA fighter that don't take shit from nobody. So if he don't understand that it's a work, then he gonna feel super upset that this random ass man just hit me with a can across my cranium. Like,
he's not a worker, bro.
Raja was upset about what Psycho Stu had done, and it looked like Jackson was ready to throw down. However, other wrestlers got between them, and the situation was de-escalated. Stu apologized, saying he thought Raja was a fellow wrestler, and it appeared that Raja accepted it.
Okay.
However, another wrestler on the show pulled Raja aside and planted an idea in the MMA fighter's head.
He's the problem.
When you run in on his shit, you give him his receipt. Remember what a receipt is? Give him that receipt, bro. Tag his shit.
Raja Jackson then sat and watched the show.
Alright, so he's a problem.
For his moment. Once Psycho Stu was having his match, Raja Jackson jumped in the ring to perform his spot. However, Jackson completely snapped and unleashed a fury of real punches on Psycho Stu.
Hey! What the hell was wrong with this referee? I don't know. I kind of stayed away from the situation because it was so cringy and all the information was getting fucked up and misinformation getting spread. All that. Did anybody talk about the referee? Why did the referee not stop this man? What the fuck is he doing? Hey, can you please, stop that. Stop hitting him.
10 seconds of direct punches.
You don't jump
one of the
on that nigga.
Backstage, Doug Malo, jumped in and pulled Raja off Psycho Stu. Malo later did an interview and explained exactly what happened.
What happened yesterday?
Somebody need to kick that cowboy nigga in the nuts for even putting that shit in his head in the first place.
He choked on his own blood.
On his own teeth, I heard.
Yeah, teeth and blood.
And he lost all of his teeth, right?
A lot of them, yeah. Broken facial bones. He was out on the slam, and then the guy had made contact multiple times. I remember seeing that, kind of being in shock, and then I just went. Outside of that, running in, there was other people that could have got involved that I made eye contact with, but they just stayed by the stage. Let me put it this way. I'm sorry to Stu that the people that said that they were your friends let this happen.
The incident left Stu with serious brain trauma, facial bone fractures, and other life-threatening injuries. Jackson was arrested and hit with multiple battery charges, but pleaded not guilty, and the case is currently working its way through the courts.
Released on $50,000 bail.
This sadly wasn't the first time someone got into a wrestling ring with the intention of seriously hurting their opponent. In 2010, WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan was scheduled to have a match against Matt Bourne, better known as Doink the Clown. While Duggan saw it as just a regular match, Bourne saw it as his opportunity for revenge. Before their match, the two were talking about what they would do. Matt Bourne had wanted to use a steel chair and have more of a hardcore match, while Jim Duggan wanted to keep it simple. This angered Bourne, possibly because he wanted to inflict real damage on Jim Duggan. Bourne ultimately agreed to do it Duggan's way, but once they got into the ring, Bourne went off script and hit Duggan below the belt for real. This prompted Duggan to hit Matt Bourne with some real punches, and the two completely broke character.
Just two old men in a ring fighting for real. That's crazy as hell, bro.
You what? Huh? Make your move this. Get him, funny man!
Rather than continue the match, Matt Bourne left the ring and grabbed a chair. Jim Duggan grabbed his 2x4, and the two just stared at each other. The referee counted both men out, ending the match, and Matt Bourne then left the building immediately. Now,
with the chair. Nigga, bring my chair back here. What the fuck are you doing? That is my chair. That's my seat. I paid for that seat. Give me my seat back. Where you going with my seat? That shit crazy.
Happened is an incident that occurred 25 years earlier, as Jim Duggan explains.
This was back in Mid-South. We were the Rat Pack. I was a young guy. It was me, DiBiase, and Bourne were the Rat Pack.
Hold on. I'm over here laughing and shit. He about to explain why this nigga even had this, like, you know what I'm saying, this animosity toward him.
25 years earlier, as Jim Duggan explains.
This was back in Mid-South. We were the Rat Pack. I was a young guy. It was me, DiBiase, and Bourne were the Rat Pack. We're a heel group. And I went over to Japan. My first trip to Japan, I was able to buy a car, right? I bought my first car, my first good car. And it's sitting there, and we went out. Matt ended up he was rough on women. He would actually, he wasn't rough on women. He got arrested many times for beating women. He was a piece of garbage. I have 3 sisters, 2 daughters. You don't put your hand on a woman. That just isn't that.
Unless she puts her hand on you first, right?
After this girl in the bar, I put her in my car.
Then you hit her once.
He spit all over my car and put a boot to it.
He spit on your car.
The next day, we're at the Centroplex. I'm looking at my car, and DiBiase was like, "Yeah, that's a dent. That's a dent right there."
Oh boy!
He dented your car. So we're in the hallway of the Centroplex, and now we're arguing. Matt, boom, he made a leg dive for me. And of course, like I said, I won the states. I was undefeated amateur. The guy I beat for the New York State won the Pan Am Games. I was a pretty decent amateur, not Kurt Angle type.
Wow!
But I give him a match.
Yeah, holy smoke.
But anyway, so he tried to leg dive me, but I just pushed it down. Everybody back then was wearing cowboy boots. I put the boots to him 2 or 3 times so they had bang, bang, boom. And the big cat Ernie Ladd comes in, he grabbed me. That's it, breaks it up. So I go to the dressing room. I'm in there with DiBiase, and Matt comes back in, about half hour later or something. And he's like, F you, Doug, and this ain't over. Well, back then, old Hacksaw, if it ain't over, it's time to party. Here's Johnny. Go. And I worked him over pretty good that time. And then that was 25 years before he tried to take his revenge on me when I wasn't expecting it.
Antonio Inoki is one of the most influential wrestlers of all time. He founded New Japan Pro Wrestling and developed the strong style of wrestling. While he may have been a pro wrestler, Inoki could actually fight and beat you up if he wanted to. In 1977, Inoki was scheduled to have a match against a wrestler who shared the same name, the Great Antonio. However, it wasn't the name that upset Inoki. The Great Antonio was a strongman before he became a wrestler, and he had accomplished some very impressive feats. Because of this, the Great Antonio never usually sold any of his opponent's offense. This carried over into Inoki and the Great Antonio's match in December 1977. The match started with Inoki hitting the Great Antonio with moves that did no damage to the big guy. However, rather than take it seriously, the Great Antonio turned the match into a comedy routine, with the strongman smacking his stomach and running the ropes for no reason.
And he started beating the dog shit out of this nigga.
More upset that he was becoming the butt of the joke. Finally, a few stiff shots from the Great Antonio caused Inoki to snap. Inoki took his opponent to the ground and began kicking the Great Antonio in the head. The repeated blows left the Great Antonio a bloody and barely conscious mess. The referee ended the match by calling it KO, giving Inoki the win. This put an end to the Great Antonio's wrestling career, while Inoki's would continue to flourish. Decades later, a similar incident would unfold that also took place in Japan. In 1999, a British wrestler named the Dirtbike Kid had the opportunity to compete against a Japanese wrestling legend named the Great Sasuke. The match began with Dirtbike Kid throwing a lot of offense. In fact, Sasuke didn't get a single move in for the first few minutes.
Nice.
This frustrated Sasuke, which would help explain what happened next.
Wait. So y'all niggas wasn't working together? So y'all ain't never talked about having a match. You just taking this nigga moves. And you get no offense in.
Changed when Sasuke started.
And you're a legend.
Throwing kicks at the Dirtbike Kid. However, Sasuke started kicking Dirtbike Kid harder and harder, even delivering several blows to the head. Then, Great Sasuke got his opponent on his feet and placed him in a chokehold. Within seconds, the British wrestler was tapping out, and the referee was begging Sasuke to release the hold. Sasuke eventually let go, and the fight was over. About 5 years after the incident, the Dirtbike Kid explained what happened behind the scenes. My first match on the tour was scheduled to be against Sasuke.
No, he's English, bro. My first match on the tour was scheduled to be against Sasuke. And
it wasn't until the guys were warming up in the ring before the show started that I began to smell a rat, and a pretty big one. Sasuke had come up to me and basically told me that our match was only going to go 5 minutes. Now, straight away, I wasn't happy, but I didn't show it. You see, none of this was agreed when I signed my contract, and apparently, I heard that they didn't like me trying to negotiate with them. Sasuke said that I was going to dominate him for a while, and then he would fight back in a real flurry and spin kick me for his big, quick effing submission finish. Well, I had apparently already pissed them off because I refused to wear the stupid mask they had made for me. Now, sorry, but the Dirtbike Kid isn't a masked wrestler, so why the F do they want me on a masked man tournament? I managed to compromise with them and say that I'd wear it to the ring only and then rip it off, where I'd wear the usual Viking face mask that I usually wear during my ring entrance. They didn't like it, I could tell, but they agreed to it. This incident basically put an end to the Dirtbike Kid's career, but this isn't the first time this has happened. To hear about wrestlers who start their own careers, watch the video on screen.
It's all because this man, I don't even know, bro. That wasn't really we probably need to hear it from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Figure out why exactly that really happened. Because I doubt it's just because of you negotiating with them and then not wearing the mask. I mean, was you working for Vince McMahon? Like, whose tournament was it? But anyway, bro, if y'all enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe if you fuck with the vibe. Go like his too. Go like the original video. It's in the description. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, bro. Peace.